Hey everybody, welcome to What You're Reading, where librarians from around DeKalb County talk about the teen books that we are reading during quarantine. My name is Fran and I am from the North Lake Library.
My name's Nicole and I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
And I'm Angela and I'm from the County Line Ellenwood Library.
And I'm over at the Decatur Library and I'm Mia.
And today we are reading teen books for Native American Heritage Month. So these are books about Indigenous people by Indigenous authors, and we hope that you find something that sounds interesting to you. So the book that I'm doing is called Hearts Unbroken. It's by Cynthia Leitich Smith. And Cynthia Leitich Smith, let's see here, she is an enrolled tribal member of the Muskogee Creek Nation. And this book is contemporary fiction. So it's about a girl named Louise Wolfe, and her first real boyfriend, she has to kick him to the curb because he's mocking and disrespecting Native people in front of her, which is kind of a problem. That's a good reason to kick anybody to the curb. So it goes on with her life after that. It's her senior year, like she's working on newspaper for her school, and they find themselves with a really important story to cover, which is that their school's drama class, their musical, did inclusive casting for The Wizard of Oz, but in their largely white school in Kansas, parents have trouble with roles that are traditionally played by white people because white people controlled who played roles for so long are now being played by just a diverse population that reflects their school. So she also is maybe falling in love, has a couple of romance options, but her last romance didn't go so great. So it says, you know, as she's learned, like dating while Native is difficult. So she's kind of trying to champion rights for other people while also dealing with her own heartbreak. And it is a really good one. We have that available to check out in paper copies at our branches.
That sounds like a really good read. I'm gonna have to check it out with contact free. I went ahead for young people. So this is based off of an adult book that has been reworked for teens, for young people. It was originally by Roxanne Dunbar-Ortiz, who is an Indigenous human rights advocate, a speaker. She writes textbooks. She's great. And it was adapted by Jean Mendoza. It definitely reads like a textbook, but like a textbook that you want to read. And I'm in chapter, I want to say like 3 so far, and I'm pretty sure there are only like 10 chapters throughout it. And it really focuses on like the story of America being discovered by brave men of the New World, and in actuality, it was not discovered. Mm-hmm. There were Indigenous people living in America, and nothing was discovered. And so it goes into the rules of settler colonialism and the policies of America that led to Indigenous people's genocide. Like I said, it definitely reads like a textbook. I found myself literally like highlighting on my Kindle Paperwhite throughout to like go back and kind of delve deeper into what she was saying. It's definitely worth a read. I have never read a book like this before outside of an academic setting, and I have to say it got my gears going. Like I was ready to write a paper on this. So yeah, definitely give it a try. We have it as a physical book for young people, or we have the original adult version as an ebook. The hold list is pretty long for the ebook version, so I would recommend using contact free to pick up your physical copy.
Nicole, I think my computer glitched when you gave the name and the title. Could you give it again, just in case? It was a problem on my end.
Of course. It is An Indigenous People's History of the United States for Young People by Roxanne Dunbar-Ortiz, and it's adapted by Jean Mendoza. So I know it's a mouthful. If you type in some of those, it'll come up.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so mine is called The Merrell Thieves, and it's by Cherie. Sorry, all of a sudden I went blank. Cherie Dimaline, and she considers she lives in Canada. She doesn't consider herself a Canadian writer. She says she'd like to be known as a writer of Indigenous stories, and she's a fascinating woman. But I digress. I'll talk about the book. This one was, I think, one of her first young adult novel that she's done, and it's about I talked about character driven ones in the last post, but this one is very character driven in that it's surrounded about this one character that they've nicknamed Frenchie, and he's lost basically his whole entire family, and he's kind of like trying to survive on his own. And he finds another group of people, all from little small indigenous tribes that have kind of connected with each other, and they're all trying to survive. It's a futuristic book where the world has been kind of taken over from global warming. California has kind of like went into the ocean. All of the ice in the entire world is basically just melted, and the ground is always wet and muddy at all given times. It won't stop raining, and everything. So there's just all of this like eco type of, catastrophe. On top of that, they realize that there are people who have kind of like starting to lose their sanity, and mental illness takes plague on the people, and they've stopped dreaming. And they realize the only people that are not affected by the mental illness are the indigenous tribes. So they start hunting them. Thus is why he's on the run for his life, along with just a handful of other people that he came across. It's about 8 or 9 of them in the story, but he's the main character. So they're running for their lives, trying to hide from the government, who's trying to put them back into the schools that they put them in way back when, as a, what do you call it? Almost like the internment camps. And several of them have been captured. His whole entire family got captured. And he's trying to stay focused and go north like his dad told him to help save his life. And I'm at a point now where they're thinking about rebelling. So I'm midway through the book. It's really good. It's pretty deep, but it's very interesting, and it's fascinating. I think she writes really well, and it's a lovely read. So, but yeah, I would recommend this one, especially if you're interested in a little bit of history, because they throw that into the story line. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Looks like it won a lot of awards too.
Yeah, it did. Most of these here that's showing on the front cover are Canadian awards, and it was on, I think it in Canada it was on the bestsellers list for 100 weeks.
Wow.
So it basically took over there. It does have a waiting list on our Overdrive, but we have several copies in the system. So check a copy out, or if you're okay with waiting for the ebook, go ahead and place it on hold there. But yeah, it's also a Project Lit book.
Yeah.
So it is one of the 2021 Project Lit.
And we have the list on our teen page, decaplibrary.org.
Yeah, so check it out.
So mine, I did a graphic novel. book for my selection, I bought Tricksters, and it's really cool because it's actually 24 different Native American storytellers, and then they paired them each with a comic artist. And then in the back, it has like the little brief bios of each of the contributors, what tribes they belong to, and a little bit about the tales. And that the whole thing is like a graphic novel. It's fun. All different kinds of tales. I love the cover. I love the little rabbit peeking up. I don't know if you can see that. It's also available if you want it right now on Hoopla, which is really, really nice. Or you can call and do contact free, and we can prepare that for you too. But it's really fun, and it's got just everything, all sorts of genres within the Native American tales.
Very cool. So I hope that out of those, you guys found some books that you're excited about reading for National and Native American Heritage Month, which is this month, November. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.